सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नाम रूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्त वेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। So yesterday we saw the second tippani where it was said that Brahman is not only not Sakshi Bhasya, Brahman is Sakshi Abhasya, Brahman is Pramatru Abhasya also. Why? Because that which is having Vritti Vyapti and Phala Vyapti both, that is said to be Pramatru Gochara, and Brahman is having only Vritti Vyapyatvam and not the Chidabhasa Gocharatvam, Phala Vyapyatvam, and therefore it is not Pramatru Gochara. And why it is not Phala Vyapya? Because it is Swayam Prakasha. And Swayam Prakasham is one who is illumining all, having the yogyata to illumine all and not illumined by anyone. And Brahma itself is, Brahman is Sakshi Abhasya, but Brahma Jnanam is Sakshi Bhasya. That point was mentioned in the second tippani. And in the end, this Tattvadrashti who got the Jnanam, he expressed his satisfaction by saying Niravarana Nirbhasam Aham Brahmeti Buddhavan. So I have understood, we can say that Tattvadrashti Buddhavan, but he himself is telling, Uvacha is there. So I have understood that I am Brahma, which is Niravaranam, free from Avaranam, and which is shining completely. And how did I, Aham Brahmeti Buddhavan, how did I know Aham Brahma? Shri Sadguruho Prasadena, by the grace of the Guru. And whenever we talk about the grace of the Guru, generally we add some what is called mystical element, that Guru will touch with his hand on our head and then we will get Dana. Most of the time people say Guru's grace means they will think that only. Means Guru will put his hand on my head and I will get Dana. That is not the prasadam. Yes, his prasadam can be seen in two ways. One is that he is guiding, is ready to teach Shastra, is ready to guide me in sadhana. That is his grace. People think that वो तो खाली पढ़ाते ही, वो कृपा नहीं करते. Whereas means my Guru is only teaching. Whereas see, that person's Guru, he gave him this realization without any sadhana. So we expect some special grace from the Guru in the form of some miraculous happening. So that is not that. When I am able to see that Guru is teaching me, Guru is guiding me in my sadhana, then alone my understanding of Guru's grace is mature. Otherwise it is childish. That is one. The Guru is guiding and Guru is teaching Vedanta. That itself should be seen as a grace. Some people think, oh, I am so qualified that what he will teach, he has to teach you. I am qualified, but still I did not be taught. Guru may have so many qualified disciples, or even if he doesn't require, even qualified disciples are not there, still he did not teach. Because for him to be complete or appreciate completeness, he did not teach. He can be Vedanta Vakyeshwar Abhanta, he can be. So one should not be proud of one's qualification. See, I was taught because I am qualified. That pride should not come. I happen to have certain what is called requisites, and even if they were not there, they were made up by this compassion of the Guru. That should be the attitude. Whenever we think about the Shastra Jnanam we have received, we should highlight more the grace aspect of the Guru when we are talking about ourselves. That I received the Shastra Jnanam because of the grace of the Guru. It is not that I did not work, but we always highlight that part. Just Swamiji used to highlight that. He said, what I have is because of grace. In some context, he says, Seva. Seva has saved me. And in some context, he says, this grace. So that appreciation of the grace means my teacher was compassionate enough to teach me. Not that I was qualified, therefore what can he do? He will not get disciple like me. Therefore, it is good I went to him so he could teach me. He could get opportunity to teach me. That type of knowledge, if it is there, it is not real knowledge. When really a person is benefited by this Brahma Vidya, then gratitude is natural. If gratitude has not come or not enough, it means that Brahma Vidya has not come enough. That is the sign. So, prasada is that Guru taught me. And nobody is a complete, like a 100% qualified student. So, even though I was not sufficiently qualified, but still he or she taught me. So, seeing the teaching and guidance as the grace, that is a mature way of seeing the grace. And we also talk about another form of grace, and that is Shishya, by his behavior and sincerity, invokes that particular feeling of blessings without even asking by Shishya. May this disciple get the Jnana. Means the behavior of the student is so much what is called touching to the heart of the Guru, that Guru says that may this person get knowledge. That is the standard, of the behavior of the Guru, of the behavior of Shishya. And that also can be seen as the grace of the Guru. The Guru wishes and prays for the Jnanam and Jnana Nishtha of the Shishya. So that Guru Prasadena Akhandakara Vrittitaha, with the help of Akhandakara Vritti, Aham Brahmasmi, by this Vritti, the person had the Jnana. The Vritti is considered to be Pramana, and Aham Brahmeti Buddhavan is a Prama. And that way there is a Bheda. Otherwise, Aham Brahmeti and Akhandakara Vritti is same. So, Aham Brahmeti Buddhavan indicates a Prama Prapti. Akhandakara Vrittitaha is a Pramanena. Brahmakara Vritti Rupa Pramanena. He Buddhavan. He understood. Alright. So, thus the fourth Taranga was completed yesterday. And in the footnote, Uttama Madhyama Adamadikari were talked about. Depending upon the intensity of purity and calmness of the mind, there is a gradation of the best, medium, and this lower. This fourth Taranga, we'll see the summary. The fourth Taranga is started from 122 to 225. Started from 122 and goes up to 225th Taranga. Means about 104 Tarangas are there. Vichara Sagara is there, and in Vichara Sagara, Tarangani, Avarta. So 104 Avartas are there. Vichara Sagara has got 7 Tarangas. And these Avartas are 538. 530. 538. Somewhere I have written, yes, 538. Is as far as my memory goes, 538. And the first Taranga and second Taranga dealt with the Anubandha Chatushta. First, there were questions and answers regarding Anubandha in general. And in the second Taranga, some specific deeper questions and answers regarding Anubandha Chatushta. So, Samanya Prashna and Uttara in the first, and Vishesha Prashna and Uttara in the second. Regarding what? Anubandha Chatushta. So, two Tarangas were used only for this Anubandha Chatushta. Third Taranga was regarding Guru Shishya Lakshana Nirupanam. Very small Taranga. Then the fourth Taranga is titled as Uttamadhikari Naha Upadesha Nirupanam. The title of this fourth Taranga is Uttamadhikarinaha Upadesha Nirupanam. The description of the teaching to the highly qualified student. And this Taranga, which is having 104 avartas, waves, can be divided in various ways. I myself have divided in 3 different ways. So I worked on it. So I will tell you the final one, which is the simpler one. It can be divided into 3 parts, 3 groups. 120 to 125 is the story part. Second part is 128 to 168. Moksha Sadhanopadesha. And 169 to 225, third part, is questions and answers related to the teaching given in the second part of this Taranga. So 122 to 125 is the story. 128 to 168 is Moksha Danopadesha. And 169 to 225 Atra Akshepa Samadhanani. That is the
125 and 128.
Oh, sorry. Oh, correct. 120. So we can 26. 126 we can take it. 168 to 120. 168. 126 to 128. So we can take 126 to 168 is the Upadesha. Okay. In between 3, that question, small brief question answer is there. Okay. So this is the broad division of this Taranga. And the 4 Taranga, Avartas are talking about the story. Very interesting story. The story is, there was one king. Remember the name of the king? Difficult to remember. I also had forgotten. Then I saw Shubha Santati. And Shubha Santati had 3 children. 3 children, you remember?
Uttamadrashti, Adrashti, and Tarkadrashti.
Tattvadrashti. First is Tattvadrashti, Adrashti, and Kudrashti. Medium is Adrashti. So Madhyama, Uttamadhikari, Tattvadrashti. Madhyamadhikari, Adrashti. And Adhamadhikari is Kudrashti, Tarkadrashti. Is Tarkadrashti. Tarkadrashti is name. Or Tattvadrashti or Kudrashti. I think the name is the 3 sons were there. Tattvadrashti, Adrashti, and Tarkadrashti. Tattvadrashti, Adrashti, Tarkadrashti. And Shubha Santati got Vairagyam, and he distributed his kingdom among three sons. And he said, now I am going to leave everything and go to the forest and will get Jnanam and get Moksha. So then these three sons were very intelligent. They said that, see, our father, he is giving us kingdom and he going somewhere. So for what he is going must be more valuable than the kingdom. So these three sons said that why we should get into it and then get out. Let us learn from our father. And therefore they all the three sons must be having very good understanding. Generally brothers will be always fighting, but these three brothers were very good spirit. So they had a secret meeting, and they went and told their father that we are not interested in this, we will leave this, and they left it. So afterwards what happened, the father stayed back and the son left. So this is what happened. Actually, father was to take this sannyasa type life or vanaprastha life. So father stayed back and the sons went away. From this, I was thinking that, see, one thing we learned. If you have not got into something completely, then it is easy to give up. When you have got into it for a long time, it is not that easy to give up. See, if in a married life also it happens. They're recently married and they fight, okay, I will take divorce. So many times they see divorce happens in first 2-3 years itself. Once they are settled, they say, okay, chala lenge. So some of them remain stuck with that. So, and not, they remain committed. I should not say stuck, committed. So see, a Raja could not give up. His sons gave up. They went away. And then they went to different places. Then they went to Varanasi, and then they saw the teacher. And then out of three, this Tattvadrashti, on behalf of all three, he asked the question about moksha. Please tell me the means for moksha. So up to this is the moksha upadesha. He asked the question about moksha. Then Guru should be giving. Yes. So up to 127 is the Shishya's question, and 128, in this itself, in this Katha part itself, this is included. So 125 is this Katha, and 126 the Upadesh, the Prashnottara starts. And the Shishya asked the question about moksha, and the Guru, first of all, he said, your desire for moksha. So now we have entered into second. So Guru said, your desire for moksha is Bhranti Janya. Generally, mumuksha is highly glorified, whereas Guru said, your desire for moksha is based on the Bhranti. Why? Because if you are bound, then you should have desire for moksha. I am bound, that idea itself is a Bhranti. And your desire for moksha is based on that Bhranti. Therefore, mokshecha is Bhranti Janya. Then Shishya said that if moksha, the moksha icha is Bhranti Janya, then how come I am experiencing the bondage? So he asked this question, that if bondage is not there, then how come I am experiencing this bondage? Then Guruji said that your notion of the bondage is mithya. And before that, some questions regarding the moksha swarupa were asked. Moksha was defined as Paramananda Prapti and Dukkhasya Atyantika Nivrutti. And the Paramananda is the Swarupa of Atma, and Atma is ever free from the Dukkha. So Guru established that that your Swarupa is Ananda and you are ever free from Dukkha, and therefore you are Nitya Mukta. Then regarding that some questions were asked and answers were given. That how is Ananda is my Swarupa, then how am I experiencing the Sukha from the Vishaya Sambandha? All these questions were answered. Then Shishya said that if samsara is not there, how come I am feeling? Then Guruji answered, as I said, that your feeling of your appreciation of samsara, your cognition of samsara is a mithya pratiti, like Rajju Sarpa pratiti. And when Rajju Sarpa example was given by Guru, that your experience of samsara is like the experience of rope snake, then Shishya said, but I would like to be clear about this Rajju Sarpa Pratiti. And then the Khyati Vada discussion came. And in that Shishya himself explained 4 Khyatis. Atma Khyati, Asat Khyati, Anyatha Khyati. And finally Akhyati, Mimamsakas. And Shishya said, I am aware of these 4 Khyatis. Khyati means what? This Pratiti, the experience of this Mithya Padartha. Experience and the explanation of this Mithya Padartha. How the experience of Mithya Padartha happens, that discussion is called Khyati Vada. So that was done very elaborately. So Shishya explained the 4, and at the end of the 4, he said, out of these 4, which one is the best? Then Guru said, none of them is right. Out of these 4, none of them is correct. 5th one I will tell you, that is correct. And that is Anirvachaniya Khyati. What is the meaning of Anirvachaniya Khyati? The experience of the snake is the experience of uncategorizable snake. That is called Anirvachaniyasya Khyati. So Anirvachaniyasya Rajju Sarpadehe Pratitihi Kathanam Cha Anirvachaniya Khyati. And regarding Anirvachaniya Khyati, so much discussion was there. What is the Adhishthanam for this Rajju Sarpa and all this? Very elaborate discussion was there. How the Rajju Sarpa is experienced. That we had seen that Antakrana Vritti Avachinna Sakshi Nishtha Avidyayaha Satvaguna Avidyayaha Satvaguna is Dana Karena Parinamate, and Tamoguna is this Sarpadik Akarena Parinamate. So all these Arthadhyasa, Gnanadhyasa, lot of discussion we had for days together. So that was the Khyati Panchaka Nirupanam. And at the end Guruji said, just as the rope snake cognition is a mithya pratitihi, invalid cognition, and therefore your experience of bondage is this mithya or invalid knowledge, invalid cognition. Then Shishya said, whatever you say, that my bondage is mithya, cognition of bondage is mithya pratiti, all right, but you tell me, what is the means for removing this mithya bondage? And he had given very beautiful example. He says, even though I know that my swapna is mithya, but still it bothers me. Nightmares. So how some mantras and medicines are given for getting rid of this dream? Similarly, even though my samsara is mithya, samsara anubhava is a mithya anubhava, still you tell me what is the means for getting rid of this mithya samsara anubhava or mithya samsara. So mithya samsara nivrutte upaya kaha. Then Guruji said, any bhranti can be removed by this adhisthana jnanam. Similarly here, this samsara is because of the ignorance of your true nature, which is Brahma, adhishthanam Brahma, and therefore the knowledge of Atma being Brahma is the means for the removal of Mithya Samsara. So up to this was the second part, 126 to 168. And then the third part, certain questions are raised and answers are given. Out of them, the first question raised was, Shishya said, the nature of Dhanam, you said that Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya Jiva Eva Brahma. Out of these three, Brahma is Satyam I have understood. And Jagat Mithya also I have understood. But Jiva is Brahma, that I have not understood. So the topic of Jiva Brahma Abheda was discussed as an answer to the Shishya's question. From 169 to 188, Jiva Brahma Abheda Nirupan. And Shishya had mainly three bases regarding the doubt on the Aikyam of Jiva and Brahma. What are the three doubts? One is that Swarupa Bhedat Bhedaha. Jiva Swarupa is Kartru Bhoktrutvam, Brahma Swarupa is Akartrutva Bhoktrutvam. That is one. Swarupa Bhedat Jiva Brahmano Bheda. Second is Shrutya. In Shruti Dvasuparna Sayuja Sakhayo is there. And third was this Karma Upasana Nirupana. If Jiva and Ishvara are one, then either Jiva is included in Brahma or Brahma is included in Jiva. Either way, this Karma Nirupanam, Upasana Nirupana will not be there. And therefore, I am not able to understand this oneness between Jiva and Brahman. As an answer to that question, Acharya introduced Chaitanya Chaturvidyam, 4 types of consciousness. What are they? One is Kutastha Chaitanyam, Jiva Chaitanyam, Ishvara Chaitanyam, and Brahma Chaitanyam. Giving the example of this Ghatakasha and Ghatakasha and Jalakasha, Meghakasha, and Mahakasha. So Chaitanya Chaturvidyam was introduced as an answer. And how did we get the answer from that? That between Jiva and Ishvara, there is a difference based on Upadhi. But the true nature of Jiva is Kutastha Chaitanyam. True nature of Ishvara is Brahma Chaitanyam. And from the standpoint of the true nature of Jiva and Ishvara, which is Kutastha Chaitanyam and Brahma Chaitanyam, there is no difference whatsoever. So Bhedaha Aupadikaha Swarupataha Bhedaha Nasti. That was the answer given by this Chaitanya Chaturvidya Prakriya, which is used in the Panchadashi. Then 189 to 198, the question was raised, Kasya Abhedak Dhanam Bhavati? Who gets this knowledge? Chidabhasa gets the knowledge, Aham Brahma, or Brahman gets the knowledge, Aham Brahma? Both ways there is a problem. And then, as an answer to that, Kasya Brahma Jnanam, as an answer to that, 7 states of Abhasa were described. What are the 7 states? The first one is Ajnanam, second is Avaranam, third is Bhranti, Parokshagdanam, Aparokshagdanam, Dukkha Nivrutti, Paramananda Prapti. These 7 states were given. How do we get the answer from this description of 7 states? The answer is that Brahmajnanam is for Chidabhasa alone. Chidabhasa gets the knowledge, I am Brahma. And by describing 7 states of Chidabhasa, which includes Brahmagdanam, what was suggested? That not only Brahmagdanam belongs to Chidabhasa, Ajnanadi also belongs to Chidabhasa. That was the answer given, Kasya Gdanam. And then further question was raised that this Kutastha and Chidabhasa both are available in this Antakarana, in Aham Vritti. Then whether their cognition is simultaneous or one by one, Bhana Prakara was asked. And as an answer, it was said both of them are appearing simultaneously, and in that context, Pramatru Swarupam was talked about. And that also Pramatru Swarupam from what? From Avachedavada and Abhasavada. So many things we learned. What is Pramata? In Avachedavada, Antakarana Vishishta Chaitanyam is Pramata. In Avachedavada. And Abhasavada, Chidabhasa Sahita Antakarana Vishishta Chaitanyam is Pramata. And contextually, the Sakshi definition also was given. Antakarana Upahita Chaitanyam is Sakshi in Avachedavada. Abhasavada, Antakarana, the Chidabhasa Sahita Antakarana Upahita Chaitanyam is Sakshi. And incidentally, Nishchal Dasi explained that Abhasavada is better than Avachedavada. Why? Because Abhasavada explains the Jada Chaitanya Vibhaga. Alright. Then 6 pramanas also were talked about. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Arthapatti, Upamana, Anupalabdhi and Shabda. These 6 pramanas, 6 types of prama also were talked about. So that was up to 218. 204 to 218 pramana, 6 type of pramana, Pramatru Swarupa were talked about. And 219 to 225, which is a part of the third topic, is the discussion on how there can be aparoksha or pratyaksha jnanam of Brahman. So Shishya's question was that moksha is by aparoksha jnanam of Brahman or pratyaksha jnanam of Brahma. Here pratyaksha and aparoksha are used indiscriminately. So Shishya's question was that how can there be knowledge of Brahman in direct manner? Means how can I have direct knowledge of Brahman? Because direct knowledge of anything is possible by Indriya Sambandha. Like Gatadi, direct Gatadi Pratyaksh Jnanam. How I get it? By the Sambandha between Gata and Chakshu. But Brahman and Indriya Sambandha is not possible. Brahmendriya Sambandha is not possible. And in between that, incidentally, the Avatara topic also was discussed. What is the status of Avatara's body? Because Avatara is seen by us. Avatara is Brahma. Therefore, how do you say that Brahman is not available for Indriya Sambandha? So that all incidental questions were answered. And what was the answer there? That Avatara's body also is mithya. Even though it is exalted, special, it has got some special distinct features compared to the bodies of the ordinary jivas. But still, it is Mahikatvat Mithya. That was incidentally mentioned. Anyway, so during the question itself, so many things were explained. The Tattvadrashti asked this question: how can there be direct knowledge of Brahma, because Brahman is not available for Indriya Sambandha? So he very elaborate question he asked. And in between he asked some Purvapakshi, his own Purvapakshi. Alright. Then Guruji answered. What is the answer of Guruji? First of all says, there can be Brahma, Aparoksha Brahma Jnanam. There can be Aparoksha Jnanam of Brahma. How can it be so? Without Indriya Sambandha, how can there be Aparoksha Jnanam of Brahma? For that Guruji said, your understanding of the criterion for the Pratyaksha Jnanam needs to be expanded. And he said, the Indriya Sambandha Janya Pratyaksha Jnanam is one variety of Pratyaksha Jnanam. But in fact, there are two more varieties. And what are the two more varieties? Shabda Pratyaksha Janya, Shabda Pratyaksha Jnanam, and Sakshi Pratyaksha Jnanam. And what is the common Lakshana in all Pratyaksha Jnanam? What is the main essential criterion for deciding the knowledge to be Pratyaksha? For that, Acharya had told, when the outgoing Vritti, Pramana Vritti, has got the Sambandha with the Vishaya to be known, when Antakarana Vritti, Pramana Rupa Antakarana Vritti, has got the direct Sambandha with the Vishaya, then there is Pratyaksha Jnana. See, in whichever knowledge there is a connection between the Pramana Vritti, Antakarana Vritti, and the Vishaya, that knowledge is Pratyaksha Jnana. Whether Indriya Sambandha is there or not, that is different. Indriya Sambandha can be there, need not be there. And thus, Acharya explained that there can be Indriya Sambandha Janya Pratyaksha or Shabda Janya Pratyaksha. And Shabda Pratyaksha, for that he gave the example of this Dashamahatvam. You are the 10th one. There, by the Shabda Pramana, the Antakarana Vritti is born, which has got the connection with the Dashama Purusha. And therefore, Shabda Pratyaksha also is possible. Why Shabda Jnanam Aham Dashamaha is Pratyaksha? Because the Pramana Vritti and the Dashama Vishaya has got Sambandha. Then third one was Sakshi Pratyaksha. That Sukha Dukkhadi also can be known without Indriya Sambandha, directly through this Dhanakara Antakarana Vritti. Sukhadi Dhanakara Antakarana Vritti Dwara Sakshi Sukhadid Prakashayati. So therefore Sukhadi Pratyaksha is Sakshi Pratyaksha. Thus teacher elaborately explained and finally concluded that since the criterion for the Pratyaksha Jnanam is available in the case of Brahma Jnanam. Why? Because Brahmakara Vritti has got the Sambandha with Pratyaks Brahma. Therefore, this Brahma Jnanam also is Pratyaksha Jnanam or Aparoksha Jnanam. And with this, the fourth chapter was concluded with the note that Tattvadrashti was Uttamadhikari. He got the teaching and he got the Jnanam. And he expressed his Jnanam with gratitude to the Guru. So with this, the fourth chapter is completed. So last topic was the Aham Brahma iti Jnanasya Swarupa Vichara. What is the type of knowledge? Aham Brahma is a Paroksha or Pratyaksha. There are some philosophers who say that Aham Brahma Jnanam is only Paroksha. Shabdena Paroksha Jnanam eva. Then by some meditation, you will have very special vritti, by that Brahman will be known. So that is dismissed by us, that Shabda Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam is Shabda Jnanam and Shabda Jnanam is Pratyaksha Jnanam. Aparoksha Jnana. All right. So with this, we completed the fourth chapter. Now we'll enter into the fifth chapter, Panchamaha Taranga, which is from 226 to 316. And the name of this chapter also is given. Atha, now, Madhyamadhikarinaha Upadesha Nirupanam Nama Panchamaha Tarangaha. The fifth chapter, which is Nama, which is called Upadesha Nirupanam, the presentation of the teaching Madhyamaka Adhikarinaha to medium qualified person. So Madhyamadhikarina Upadesha Nirupana is the name of the chapter. So Madhyamadhikarina Shashti, Karmani Shashti, Madhyamadhikarinaha Upadesha Nirupanam Nama. And is from 226 to 316. So how many? 191. So, sorry, 111. 111, no? Sorry. My mathematics. Correct. So only, 91. 91. So much time it took. All right. And in this chapter, very interesting topics are going to be discussed. One topic will be Satta Trevidyam. Paramarthika Satta, Vyavaharika Satta, and this Pratibhasika Satta. And lot of Vairagya Varnanam is there. Little bit Stri Ninda also is there. Stri Ninda is not there. Stri Sangha Ninda. So what are the problems involved in inappropriate association with other gender? That is going to be big. In fact, here is a little bit, in Sanskrit version it is little small. In the original it is so big. So for some teacher is very, very difficult to go through that portion. One Swamini was teaching this, then Swamini is teaching, and this is the problem. Then he said, all of you read it, So that's how it was to be managed. All right. So Vairagya Varnanam is there. It comes under the story of virtue story. Under that this comes. And Mula Vidya, Tula Vidya description is that. Maya Swarupa description is there. Then Srishti Nirupanam is there. Ishvara Nirupanam is there. Mahavakyopadesha is there. Laya Chintanam is there. And Pranava Upasana also is talked about. All right. All right. So this is going to be the topics of this chapter. All right. And it starts, okay, the title is given first. What is the topic? 226 to 251. 26 topic. 26 tarangas. Sorry, 26 avartas. I have now to practice that mathematics. 26, no? 226 to 251. 26. So 26 tarangas are going to talk about what? Guru Veda Prabhuti Nam Vyavharika Satta Pratipadanam. Pratipadanam is presentation of Vyavharika Satta, empirical existence of Guru, Veda, etc. So Guru, Veda, Guru, Shastra, and others, the teaching, etc. All of them have got Vyavharika Satta. Means they don't have Paramarthika Satta, but they have got empirical existence. So Paramarthika Drishtya, they are Mithya only. But still, they are useful because they have got Vyavharika Satta. So this idea will be presented from in this 26 avartas. The first topic is Vedena Guruna Cha Advaita Gnanodaya Sambhavaha Iti Adrustehe Prashnaha. Now Tattvadrashti must have left, or he must be sitting because his job is over. Now the second brother adrishti. Adrishti means what? One who does not have knowledge. It's called adrishti. Na vidyate drishtihi jnanam yasya saha adrishti. One interesting thing is adrishti is a medium adhikari and the tarka drishti is adham adhikari. What that classification itself shows that if you do not know the things, but if you have shraddha in the shastra, then you are better than the person who is spoiled by this tarka, kutarka. So here Adrishti is a Madhyam Adhikari, he has got this question. What is the question? Vedena Gurunacha, with the help of Vedas and Guru, Advaita Jnanodaya Asambhavaha. There is an impossibility of the rise of the knowledge of non-duality. So he wants to say that if we think about the pursuit of Advaita Jnanam, it looks like that Advaita Jnanam is not possible. How? He is going to present here. His essence of this doubt is, you tell me that Guru and Guru, Vedanta, Upadesha, all of them are real or unreal? If they are real, Guru is real, Vedanta is real, Shishya is real, all of them are real. Guru, especially Guru and Vedanta, they are real. Then there is a duality. Guru is one duality and the Veda is another duality, and I am very much there. So there is a plurality. So if Guru, Vedanta are real, then there cannot be non-duality. There is a duality. Means when all of them are real, how can I say that the ultimate truth is non-duality? Because all of them are real and they are plural. And if you say no, Guru, Vedas, all of them are unreal, mithya, then Shishya says that how any purpose can be served from something which is unreal. And he gives the example of mirage water. He says mirage water which is unreal cannot satisfy, cannot satiate my thirst, quench my thirst. So if Guru, Shastra are unreal, then how can they serve me by giving knowledge? How can they serve any purpose? The unreal things do not seem to serve any purpose, like mirage water. Similarly, Guru, Vedanta, all are mithya. How they can get me knowledge? And therefore, this Advaita Jnanam is not possible. If Guru and Vedas are real, because so you yourself are talking about duality, therefore Advaita, Vishaya Drishtya Asambhava. And if they are unreal, then Prayojana Drishtya Asambhava. Purpose they will not serve. Therefore they cannot give Advaita Jnana. So any Purushartha Siddhi will not happen by unreal things. And he says in this manner, he said both ways Advaita Jnanam is not possible. Therefore Shankaracharya ji, who has talked about the Advaita Mata, is apramanikam, looks invalid to me. So please remove my doubt. That is the question of Shishya. The details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.